3 things I wish I knew before I went on my first overlanding trip. Number 1, be prepared to poop in the woods. That means either physically prepared, mentally prepared, or just bring the gear that you need, because on this trip, and I know this might sound a bit strange, but we found ourselves having to use the bathroom. Out of all 5 of us on this trip, only one of us was mentally prepared to poop in the woods. And it's actually a pretty funny story on this trip. The night that we stayed at Frog Hollow, which was this nice farm, they allowed us to camp on site and fish their private stretch of water. But at night, Jameson decided he needed to use the bathroom, and he wandered off across the field. You know, he was trekking out there really far from the camp, making sure that he wasn't anywhere around to do his business. The next morning, we realized he actually ended up doing his business right in front of Kenny's driveway, where he thought he was in the woods. He was actually right in front of a house because it was so dark and it was far in the distance. And the funniest part about it is the very next morning when they came out to greet us, they told us, oh, by the way, there's an outhouse about 20 feet away from your camp. We all were holding it in when there was an outhouse all along, and Jameson trekked across the property and potentially pooped right in Kenny's driveway. Another thing that I didn't prepare for was packing. I thought I packed everything I needed. I thought I packed in an organized fashion, but even if you start off packed, you need to have systems, because it was all organized when I left my house, but by the time I got out there and I needed to find stuff, I'm looking through bin after bin after bin, thinking I knew where everything was, and I didn't. I had some fly fishing stuff here, I had some fly fishing stuff there. I was kind of just packing things in little nooks and crannies inside the back seat of my truck. Because I was camping in the bed, I folded the chairs down and I utilized the compartments and stuff that this truck features to stow stuff. But I had things, what I thought was methodically placed, it ended up being very difficult to find stuff. Once we started fishing and digging around and pulling out microphones, pulling out cameras, pulling out fly boxes and all that kind of stuff, it just ended up a disaster. So now I know going forward, I need to create systems to pack and secure everything. And even if I have to write a log on what is where, at least until I get familiar with it, I highly suggest you do that, because you could think that you're packed and you could think that you have everything you need, but you'll find out you actually end up overpacking and sometimes not bringing the stuff that you do need, or you just simply can't find what you need when you need it. Check out the new fly caddies, custom artwork, now available at shopestrada.com. Got a little tarpon on there. This is the first drop. I'm gonna have a few of these rolling out in different sizes with different artwork, but this is available right now on my website. Make sure you go snatch one. When we got up on that mountain and the fog rolled in and we had zero visibility, it was a bit sketchy. You know, I started to sit there and second guess it, like, first of all, can my truck make it through all of this terrain? Because we finally got into some real terrain. Everything was wet, there was zero visibility. I was like, what is going on? Why am I here right now? It was very challenging, both mentally and physically, because we had zero visibility. I couldn't see past my hood, essentially, for a big portion of the trail. And we didn't know if the trail was washed out, which turns out part of the trail was washed out, and we had to back on out of there and turn around and find an alternate route on the fly while up on the mountain with zero signal. It was just really sketchy. We set up camp and it was these eerie vibes. It was very picturesque and it made for some awesome imagery. There was this weird feeling throughout most of the night, but after some prayer and time, just, you know, able to clear my mind and enjoy the moment. But it was a bit sketchy, to say the least. For a moment there, I thought I probably bit off more than we could chew. You know, I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. You know, essentially, I'm in a stock Tacoma with some Falcon Wild Peaks, which are great tires, so I have great traction, but I don't have a lift kit. This is a 4x4 TRD Sport, so I don't have any lockers, but I was able to make it through anything that I went through with no problem, no hesitation. The truck just went through it. While I started off feeling a little sketchy approaching some of these obstacles, by the end of the day, these guys are like, oh, I'm gonna need you to back up and get the shot again. And I just do it in reverse. did the same obstacle in reverse with no problem, not even thinking twice about it. Now I am truly aware of what the capabilities are of my Tacoma, and I am very confident that I can make it through just about anything thrown at me. I will put a link in the description below that'll give you 20% off your new pro subscription account to Trout Routes. So there you have it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I started filming a video about how to make ultimate camp coffee, which is a authentic Cuban coffee tutorial, but I tried filming it last week and I ran out of sunlight and my battery died on my microphone, and I got everything set up, filmed the intro and all that today, and I realized I didn't bring a lighter to ignite my stove. So make sure you subscribe because I will get that video out to you guys at some point here soon. So thank you for watching, stick around and let's keep moving.